V, 1984 to 1985, was a groundbreaking sci-fi series that captured the hearts of viewers with its gripping storyline and memorable characters. But while the show depicted an alien invasion, the real lives of its cast members have been filled with personal battles, tragic losses, and unforeseen struggles. Since the show ended, many of the stars have faced difficult challenges that fans never saw coming. In this article, we take a closer look at the lives of the cast in 2025, uncovering the heartbreaking tragedies that have shaped their paths long after the show's final episode. Lane Smith, best known for his role as Nathan Bates in the 1984 series V, became synonymous with playing menacing, yet compelling, characters. His portrayal of Bates left a lasting mark, but behind the scenes, Smith struggled with personal tragedies. His marriage to actress Susan West was fraught with issues, and the couple eventually separated after several years. They had one child, a daughter named Emily, who Smith remained close to despite his marital difficulties. Lane faced significant financial challenges toward the end of his career, with his health deteriorating due to amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, ultimately leading to his death on June 13, 2005, at the age of 69. At the time of his death, Smith owned a property in Los Angeles, which he had invested in carefully, along with his prized collection of classic cars. His estate was valued at approximately $2 million, which was largely built up through his career, despite the ups and downs in his personal life. Hugh Gillin, who portrayed Sheriff Big John Rowland in the 1985 series V, had a long and impactful career, though his personal life was marred by struggles. Despite his professional success, Hugh faced the challenge of balancing his family life. He married late in life and was often away due to work commitments, which strained his relationship with his wife. The couple had 2 children, both of whom kept their distance from the public eye. Despite these tensions, Hugh found solace in his passion for acting. His role in V brought him recognition, but it also typecast him in certain roles, making it hard for him to branch out in the industry. After his passing in 2004, his estate, which included a comfortable house in San Diego and various investments, was valued at around $1 million. This was a testament to his financial stability despite his personal difficulties. His death at 78, due to natural causes, marked the end of an era for many fans who remembered his strong presence in V. Robert Ellenstein, who portrayed General Maxwell Larson in the 1984 V series, had a career that spanned many years, but his life was not without its trials. Known for his powerful presence on screen, Ellenstein's personal life was defined by his failed marriages. He was married twice, and both unions ended in divorce, largely due to his relentless focus on his career. He had 2 children, but his relationship with them became strained over time, especially after his divorce from his second wife. Despite the struggles in his personal life, Ellenstein's role in V earned him widespread recognition, and he continued to work in film and television until his later years. His financial situation remained stable throughout his life, with assets including a home in Los Angeles and various investments, which were valued at $1.2 million after his death on October 28, 2010. He passed away at the age of 87 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of both triumph and personal pain. His estate was distributed among his children, though they had little contact in the years following his passing. Mickey Jones portrayed Chris Farber in the 1984 series V, a role that cemented his status as a recognizable figure in the entertainment industry. Despite his successful career in television and film, Mickey's personal life was marred by struggles with relationships and health. His first marriage to a fellow actress ended in divorce after 10 years, and while they had 3 children together, the dissolution of their marriage was a painful chapter for him. Mickey was known for his love of music, often performing with his band in various venues, but he faced a tragic battle with diabetes, which ultimately contributed to his death on February 7, 2018, at the age of 76. Mickey's assets at the time of his death included a house in Simi Valley, California, and a collection of musical instruments. His estate was valued at approximately $1.5 million, though his battle with diabetes affected his ability to fully enjoy the wealth he had accumulated over the years. Howard K. Smith, who portrayed himself in the 1984 series V, was a distinguished broadcast journalist known for his work on CBS News. While his role in the series was not particularly dramatic, it was symbolic of his career's later years, bridging the world of news with fiction. Outside of his professional life, Smith's personal life was marked by heartache. He had a turbulent marriage to a fellow journalist, which ended in divorce. The couple had 2 children, a son and a daughter, who remained distant from their father after the separation. His health took a significant toll as he aged, and despite his wealth and success, he struggled with loneliness. Howard passed away on February 15, 2002, at the age of 87 from pneumonia. At the time of his death, his estate was worth approximately $3 million, including a residence in Bethesda, Maryland, and several investments, which helped maintain his standard of living. His legacy, however, remained more strongly tied to his journalistic contributions than his brief appearance on the show. Conrad Janis, who played Dr. David Atkins in the 1985 series V, had a career spanning over 5 decades. He was known for his roles in both television and theater, but his personal life was not without its challenges. He had a deeply troubled marriage with fellow actress Elaine Stritch, whose own battles with alcohol strained their relationship. The couple's divorce was final after years of tumult, but they remained cordial, and Janis stayed in contact with their adopted daughter, who became a well-known figure in the arts community. Janis, while a respected actor, faced financial difficulties later in life, mostly due to fluctuating work opportunities and his inability to maintain steady income from acting. At the time of his death on March 1, 2022, at the age of 94, he owned a modest house in Los Angeles, and his estate was valued at around $2.5 million. His collection of jazz memorabilia, however, was his pride, as he had been a jazz enthusiast throughout his life. His death, caused by organ failure, marked the end of a life full of complex relationships and artistic achievements. John McLiam, who played Jacob in the 1984 V series, was a distinguished actor who faced a deeply tragic personal life. Though his career spanned several decades, he experienced significant losses in his family life. John was married twice, but both of his marriages ended in divorce due to his long absences for work and his growing focus on his acting career. He had 3 children, but tragically, one of his daughters died young, which took a heavy toll on him emotionally. Despite these hardships, his role in V gave him a resurgence in popularity, though it also brought to light the more turbulent aspects of his personal life. His battle with Parkinson's disease, diagnosed in his later years, ultimately took his life on April 16, 1994 at the age of 76. McLiam's estate, which included a modest home in Woodland Hills and a collection of cherished books, was valued at around $800,000. Chad McQueen, known for his role as Dean Boddicker in the 1984 series V, faced a life full of challenges despite his success as an actor and son of Steve McQueen. His career initially soared after V, but personal struggles, including a turbulent relationship with his father's legacy and the burden of living up to family expectations, caused tensions. Chad's private life was marked by an unhappy marriage to his first wife, with whom he had 2 children, but the marriage ended in a bitter divorce. The difficulties in his relationships and the constant media scrutiny took a toll on him. Chad suffered from bouts of depression, leading to substance abuse issues that delayed his career's full potential. Despite these struggles, his estate at the time of his passing included a home in Palm Desert and a notable collection of classic cars, valued at $3 million. He passed away on September 11, 2024, at the age of 63 from organ failure, leaving behind a legacy of both achievements and regrets. Louise Lewis, who had a memorable but brief appearance as a shop customer in the 1985 V series, faced a life marked by hardship and isolation. Despite her involvement in the entertainment industry, her personal life was filled with sorrow. Louise was married twice, but both marriages were unhappy, with her first husband being a fellow actor who struggled with alcoholism. This led to a bitter divorce, and she was left to raise her only child alone. Sadly, her son died in a tragic accident when he was in his early 20s, a loss that Louise never fully recovered from. Her role in V was small but significant, providing her with a level of recognition she hadn't experienced in her earlier years. However, her personal life continued to spiral as she struggled with depression, which was compounded by financial difficulties. Louise's death on September 11, 1996, at the age of 81, from undisclosed causes, left her estate, including a house in Los Angeles and personal belongings valued at approximately $500,000. Linden Chiles, who played the Air Force general in V. 1984, lived a life filled with personal and professional battles. Although his role in V was well received, Linden's acting career never soared to the level many had anticipated. His marriage, which was filled with love and challenges, ultimately fell apart as tensions arose, exacerbated by his deep commitment to his craft and the long hours that came with it. After his divorce, Linden withdrew from the spotlight, choosing to live a quieter life. He invested in various projects and spent his final years focusing on personal fulfillment, but life's unpredictability struck when, at the age of 80, he tragically fell from the roof of his home on May 15, 2013. Linden's estate, valued at $1 million, included a house in Topanga, California, along with various investments. Despite the tragic end to his life, Linden's time in the entertainment industry left a lasting imprint, even though his final years were spent out of the public eye. June Chadwick, who portrayed Lydia in V. 1984, has led a life that mirrors the complexities of her role as an ambitious and complicated character. Though she gained recognition for her portrayal of Lydia, June's acting career did not flourish in the way many anticipated. Her personal life was marked by multiple failed relationships and deep feelings of loneliness, which impacted her both emotionally and professionally. June was married once but did not have children, and her marriage ended in divorce due to the strains of fame and her health struggles. Choosing to step away from acting, she relocated to Los Angeles, where she lives a relatively quiet life. Her assets are estimated to be around $1.5 million, which includes her home in Los Angeles. At 73 years old, June remains away from the media, living peacefully in the privacy she once longed for, reflecting on a career that brought her fame but also personal hardship. Faye Grant, who portrayed Dr. Julie Parrish in the 1984 series V, faced her own share of hardships in her personal life. Known for her dramatic portrayal of a strong female character, she was one of the standout stars of the series. However, after V, Grant struggled with her career, finding it difficult to step away from her early roles in science fiction and TV drama. She was married to actor Steven Spielberg from 1985 to 1989, a union that ended in divorce. The couple had no children, and their separation was widely covered in the media. Grant's personal life had its ups and downs, including challenges with finding meaningful roles after her high-profile marriage. Despite these setbacks, she continued to work in television and film, though she never regained the level of fame she had enjoyed in the 1980s. She currently lives in Los Angeles and enjoys a relatively low-key life. Her assets are valued at around $1 million, including her real estate investments. Grant is now 67 years old. Jane Badler, who is most famous for playing the villainous Diana in V. 1984, has lived a life full of reinvention and resilience. Her role as a ruthless antagonist on the show became iconic, but her personal life revealed a much softer side. After the end of her marriage, which was marred by her husband's infidelity, Jane faced a challenging period of self-reflection and redefinition. She eventually found a new passion in music, relocating to Australia, where she reinvented herself as a singer and released several albums. While Jane has remained relatively private about her family life, she shares a close bond with her children. In her 70s, she lives in a beautiful home in Melbourne, enjoying her life away from the intense scrutiny she faced in her younger years. Her assets are valued at approximately $2 million, including her property in Australia. Now 71, Jane is still actively pursuing music, living a fulfilled and content life far from the public spotlight. Robert Englund, best known for his role as Willie in the 1984 series V, has had a complex career that spans decades. Although he achieved fame for his role in the series, his later career saw him typecast in horror roles, particularly as Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street. His portrayal of these dark characters had a profound impact on his career, as it solidified his status as an icon in the horror genre but also limited his opportunities in other types of roles. Englund's personal life was marked by a tumultuous marriage to actress Nancy Booth, whom he married in 1986 and later divorced in 1995. They had no children together. Over the years, he struggled with personal challenges, including the pressure of his fame and the impact it had on his relationships. Today, Englund enjoys a quieter life in Glendale, California, where he resides in a house he owns. His assets are estimated at $4 million, which includes investments and property. He is 77 years old. Michael Wright, who portrayed Elias Taylor in the 1984 series V, experienced a career that never fully capitalized on his early fame. While his role in the series was significant, Wright's career did not soar to the heights he expected. His personal life was also marked by upheavals. He was married twice, both marriages ending in divorce. Wright's first marriage was to a fellow actress, but it ended tragically after just a few years. His second marriage produced a son, but his relationship with his child has been strained due to his own struggles with addiction and mental health issues. Over the years, Wright lived a relatively quiet life, balancing small roles in television and stage work. His financial situation, while not dire, was a constant struggle, with assets estimated to be worth around $1 million at the time. Currently, at 68 years old, Michael resides in New York City, owning a house there. Jeff Yagher, who portrayed Kyle Bates in the 1984 series V, had a somewhat troubled career following his early fame. While V established him as a likable, tough character, Yagher found himself typecast and struggled with landing more diverse roles. In his personal life, he was married to actress Elizabeth Dennehy, with whom he had 2 children. However, their marriage was not without its difficulties, and they eventually separated. Yagher also faced the harsh realities of the Hollywood lifestyle, including struggling with his image and career choices. Despite this, he remained active in the industry, working steadily in television and voice acting. He currently resides in Los Angeles in a home that he owns. His assets are estimated to be around $1 million, including property and investments. At 63 years old, he continues to work in the industry, though his career has slowed down in recent years. He is enjoying a quieter, more private life after the peaks of his early career. Frank Ashmore, who portrayed Philip in the 1984 series V, had a steady but not spectacular career. While his role as a visitor in the show was crucial, it was also a part of his broader acting career that often included secondary and supporting roles. Frank's life was marked by marital struggles, having gone through a highly publicized divorce after a decade-long marriage. He and his ex-wife had 2 children, a daughter and a son, but their relationship fell apart after several infidelities and the pressure of raising children in the spotlight. The divorce affected Frank both emotionally and financially, leading to challenges in his later years. His career in acting did not provide him with the wealth many expected, and his assets were estimated to be around $1 million at the time. At 79 years old, Frank lives in Los Angeles and owns a modest house there, but his financial situation remains modest. He has managed to remain active in the entertainment industry, albeit in a more subdued capacity. Duncan Regehr, best known for his role as Charles in V, 1985, saw his career rise and fall within a few years. The fame from the show gave him a boost, but it also caused strain in his personal life. Duncan's marriage ended in divorce, largely due to the emotional distance caused by his demanding career and the pressures of fame. Though he remains close to his son, the failure of his marriage affected him deeply. In the aftermath, Duncan found it difficult to escape the typecasting that came with his V role, and his career stagnated. However, he has managed to carve out a more peaceful life in Victoria, British Columbia, where he resides in a home valued at $2 million. Now 72, Duncan lives a much quieter life, far removed from the spotlight, and has focused on his family and personal well-being. Despite his past hardships, he has found stability and happiness in his later years. Bruce Davison, who played John Langley in V, 1985, has enjoyed a long career in film and television, but his personal life has been less than easy. His first marriage ended in a painful divorce after years of personal and professional struggles, including battling addiction and coping with the loss of close family members. Despite these challenges, Bruce continued to find work in the industry, though he often struggled with balancing fame and his personal grief. Following V, his career saw ups and downs, and he was often overshadowed by his early roles. Bruce lives in Los Angeles in a home valued at $1 million and, at 78, enjoys a quieter life, reflecting on his past. While his career continues, he has made peace with his personal hardships and now focuses on the simple pleasures of family and a more private existence. He's found a sense of calm in his later years, learning to navigate life with a focus on what truly matters. Marc Singer, who played the heroic Mike Donovan in the 1984 series V, is a figure whose life mirrored the dramatic rise and fall often associated with TV fame. While his role in V launched him into the spotlight, he found it hard to shake the image of the character. Despite starring in a string of TV movies and shows, he never quite reached the same level of recognition again. His personal life was no less eventful, with a failed marriage to actress and fellow V star, Jennifer O'Neill, which ended in divorce. They had one child together, a son named Benjamin, but their relationship ultimately fell apart due to Marc's busy career and their conflicting lives. Marc found solace in his family and kept a low profile in Vancouver, where he currently resides in a house that he owns. His assets are estimated at $2 million, a combination of property and investments. At 77 years old, he lives a quiet life, far from the public eye that once followed him. Aki Aleong, who played Mr. Chang in the 1984 series V, had a career that spanned decades, but behind the scenes, his life was far from easy. Aleong was married twice, with his first marriage ending in divorce after numerous infidelities and emotional tolls. His second marriage was plagued by mutual disagreements, leading to a separation, but not before they had 2 children, both of whom have remained distant from their father due to his emotional unavailability. The stress of his broken relationships, combined with financial instability, weighed heavily on Aleong throughout his career. His role in V was pivotal but did little to elevate his career to the stardom he had hoped for. Despite his challenges, Aleong remained dedicated to his craft, though his personal life was often in disarray. As he enters his 90s, he resides in Los Angeles, where he owns a house. His estate is estimated at around $800,000, which is primarily tied to his career in acting and his efforts in maintaining a low-key lifestyle in his later years. Michael Ironside, known for his intense portrayal of Ham Tyler in the 1984 series V, carved a niche for himself in Hollywood with his tough guy roles. However, his success came at a personal cost. Ironside's relationships have been complicated, with multiple marriages and a bitter divorce in his earlier years. He has 2 children, a son and a daughter, but has struggled with maintaining a stable family life. His career, while solid, never reached the heights he might have hoped for, leading to financial stress at different points. However, his iconic role in V provided him with steady work in both film and television. Ironside battled mental health challenges, especially depression, in the wake of his early career struggles. At 75 years old, Michael lives in Toronto, Canada, where he owns a house and has a variety of investments. His estate is valued at around $6 million, allowing him to live comfortably in his later years. Peter Elbling, who portrayed Oswald in V, 1985, found his post-V life to be a mixture of modest career achievements and personal tribulations. While the series brought him recognition, Peter's personal life was marred by his first marriage's breakdown, which was exacerbated by financial problems. His strained relationship with his ex-wife led to a difficult divorce, and his career never quite took off after V. Despite these challenges, Peter remained committed to his 2 children, with whom he maintains a close bond. His current assets, including a home in Los Angeles, are valued at around $500,000. Now 81, Peter leads a quieter life, away from the public eye, focusing on his family and personal peace. Though his career didn't flourish as he had hoped, he's content with the life he's built, learning from the mistakes of his past and finding fulfillment in his family life. Judson Scott, who played Lieutenant James in the 1985 series V, made a strong impact with his portrayal of a dedicated resistance officer. However, his personal life became fraught with difficulties. After his rise to fame, Judson went through 2 divorces, both of which left emotional scars. His relationships with his children also became strained, as his career often took precedence over family life. The constant typecasting in similar roles after V affected his career prospects, and he struggled to break free from that shadow. Despite these challenges, Judson now lives in California, where he owns a home valued at approximately $1 million. At 72, he enjoys a quieter life, focusing on personal growth and the lessons learned from his turbulent past. While his early career provided fame, he has now found solace away from the public eye, reflecting on the complexities of his journey both on and off the screen. Jenny Beck, who portrayed Elizabeth Clone as a child in the 1984 series V, enjoyed early success, but her life soon became overshadowed by personal difficulties. Jenny's career as a child star took a dramatic turn after V, as the pressures of fame began to take a toll on her mental health. Her parents, who had initially supported her career, became more controlling, straining their relationship and ultimately leading to a painful estrangement. Jenny's first marriage to an actor from her showbiz days ended tragically after years of emotional abuse and neglect. She later remarried but struggled with the weight of past trauma, which affected her ability to sustain healthy relationships. The role of Elizabeth Clone did not lead to the sustained fame Jenny had hoped for, and she eventually stepped away from acting. Jenny now resides in Los Angeles, where she has built a life outside of the public eye. Her assets are estimated at around $800,000, which includes her home in the city. At 50, Jenny remains focused on her personal life, trying to find peace and stability. Brett Cullen, who portrayed Robert in the 1985 series V, has faced his own share of life challenges despite being relatively well regarded in Hollywood. While his role in V was memorable, it didn't provide the career breakthrough he had hoped for. Brett's life off-screen was marred by difficulties in his marriage, which ended in divorce after years of instability and emotional conflict. He remarried, but his second marriage also experienced strain, largely due to the challenges of managing a career in an industry that often demands too much. The pressures of fame, along with his struggle to find meaningful, lasting relationships, left Brett questioning his choices. Brett resides in Houston, Texas, where he enjoys the peace of a more private life. His assets, valued at around $2 million, include a home in Houston and other properties. Now 68 years old, Brett continues to find contentment outside the Hollywood spotlight. Nikki Katt, who played Sean Donovan in the 1984 series V, was thrust into the limelight at an early age, but his life behind the scenes was anything but glamorous. Despite his rise to fame, Nicky's personal life remained riddled with complications. His marriage to his high school sweetheart ended in a bitter divorce after several years, largely due to his inability to balance the pressures of his career with family life. Nicky struggled with a series of bad relationships, marked by miscommunication and emotional turmoil, which contributed to his emotional struggles and fluctuating career. The role of Sean Donovan in V gave him some recognition but was not enough to sustain his career long-term. At the time of his life, his assets are estimated to be valued at around $1 million, including a modest home in Los Angeles. Now 54 years old, Nicky enjoys a quiet life in Los Angeles, far removed from the fame that once defined him. Michael Durrell, known for his role as Robert Maxwell in V, 1984, has experienced a series of ups and downs throughout his life. Though V brought him into the public eye, Michael's real-life journey was far from straightforward. His marriage to his college sweetheart was full of passion but ultimately ended in a painful divorce. The split was the result of his commitment to a career that often took precedence over his family life, a mistake he regretted deeply. He later remarried, but his second marriage, while lasting longer, was also fraught with struggles as he battled his inner demons. Michael also faced the tragic loss of his younger brother in a car accident, which shook him to his core. Michael now lives in Los Angeles, where he enjoys a quieter existence. His estate, valued at approximately $1.5 million, includes his home in the city and a few other personal assets. At 85, Michael lives a peaceful life, far from the limelight, reflecting on his complex journey. J.J. Cohen, who played Tony Baker in the 1985 series V, saw his career take a different path following his role in the show. While his portrayal of the character was well received, Cohen found it difficult to break free from his early success and land more substantial roles. His personal life was filled with instability, including a turbulent marriage to fellow actress Diane Wheeler, which ended in divorce after only a few years. They had 2 children, a daughter named Emily and a son named Jacob, but the divorce left them with emotional scars. Cohen's financial situation fluctuated over the years, and he faced difficulties with maintaining a steady career. Despite these challenges, Cullen has managed to maintain a relatively private life. He resides in Los Angeles, owning a home and some investments. His current assets are estimated to be around $800,000. At 59 years old, Cullen keeps a low profile, working sporadically in television and film, while focusing on his family life. Cheryl Lee Ralph, who played Glenna in the 1984 series, V, experienced both success and tragedy in her life. While her role in V was a highlight, she faced the challenge of being pigeonholed in similar roles afterward, which stifled her potential for more diverse parts. Her personal life included a high-profile marriage to businessman Vincent Hughes, which was filled with ups and downs. The couple has 2 children, a son named Etienne and a daughter named Ivy, and while their family life seemed initially happy, their marriage faced serious struggles, including Cheryl's battle with her own self-worth and work-life balance. Her career also saw some setbacks, especially when she faced prejudice in the industry, which made it difficult to land leading roles. Despite these challenges, Cheryl's assets are estimated to be around $5 million today, including a home in Los Angeles and other investments. At 69 years old, Cheryl Lee Ralph continues to work in the entertainment industry, using her experiences to advocate for women and minorities. John Calvin, who portrayed Dr. Stephen Maitland in the 1985 series, V, had a promising start in Hollywood but struggled to find roles that could match his earlier fame. While his role in V was significant, it also typecast him as a secondary character, limiting his opportunities in larger productions. His personal life was far from perfect, marked by a troubled marriage to actress Marcy Walker, which ended in divorce. They had 1 child, a son named Ethan, but the divorce was painful, as the couple had grown apart due to John's declining career and personal issues. Over the years, Calvin faced financial troubles, despite his brief success in television. He struggled with addiction, which led to estrangement from his family and friends. Today, Calvin lives in Los Angeles in a modest home that he owns, his assets valued at around $1 million. At 75 years old, he enjoys a quieter life, reflecting on his past while dealing with the consequences of his earlier career choices and personal demons. Leslie Bevis, who portrayed Angela in the 1985 series, V, had a career that seemed destined for greater things, but personal struggles hindered her path. After her role in V, Bevis tried to expand her career but faced setbacks due to a lack of significant roles in the industry. Her personal life was marked by a painful marriage to actor Daniel Williams, which ended in a messy divorce. They had 1 daughter, Sarah, but their family life was strained due to Bevis's frequent time away for work and Williams's own career struggles. Bevis also battled with mental health issues, including anxiety and depression, which took a toll on her relationships. Despite her personal challenges, she managed to establish a stable life, owning a home in Washington, D.C. and accumulating assets worth around $1 million. Now, at 70 years old, Bevis is semi-retired, living a quieter life and occasionally appearing in small television roles. Who's your favorite character from V? How does it make you feel knowing that some beloved cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. If you're enjoying our videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for being part of our community.